How about those Devils? How about those Devils?
How about those Devils? Welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And obviously, I'm going to ask, because I must know, after last night's game.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? The New Jersey Devils mount a beautiful comeback victory. Before we get to all that, cheers to my Devils fan friends. Win or lose, we booze. And victory drinks always taste better than loser beverages. Going with the Stella. Going with the Stella after this one. Oh, when it hits your lips after a big win. Your New Jersey Devils, what could we say? What can I say? Trailing the Blackhawks at home, 1-0 after 2 periods. Find a third period explosion, an absolute explosion of offense, beating the Chicago Blackhawks by a score of 4-1. And the boys close out the 5-game homestand with a 3-1-1 record, earning 7 out of 10 potential points, playing 700 hockey. You love to see it, and 7 out of 10 points during that 5-game homestand is exactly what your boy predicted. Not going to pat my back too much, but going into the homestand, I said I was hoping for 7 points. I thought that'd be a very good mark given the teams we were playing in that stretch. It's what I was hoping for. It's what I was expecting. It's what I predicted. And the New Jersey Devils delivered on the 7 points with the big victory against the Blackhawks yesterday. And wow, what a game. What a game. And we get to the game. First period, no scoring in the first period, but a lot of noteworthy events, I would say, or at least worth mentioning. Bedard was dancing all over the place. Kovacevic deflected a nice shot of Bedard's that ended up hitting the post. Big play by Kovacevic there. Jack Hughes takes a penalty early, and at that point I was a little nervous. I said, oh, we're going shorthanded early. Luckily, the Hawks did nothing on the power play. My man Paul Cotter absolutely bowled over Dixon, just ran him over. It was a great hit. Love to see it. Cotter throwing the body as usual. Devils get a gratuitous, in my opinion, power play. A Hawk was called for cross-checking Noesen. A very, very weak call, in my opinion. Listen, I love Devils power plays whenever we get them, but I thought it was a very weak call, and I thought the refs did call some pretty ticky-tacky penalties throughout the game. I'm a big fan. As you guys know, old-school fan, throwback hockey, Neanderthal hockey. Let the boys play. Unless it's something crazy, don't call it. But the refs called a couple soft ones. And on the ensuing power play, after the penalty was called, not a great power play. Not a great power play. They got some chances, couldn't get one, and that marked 0 for 11 on the Devils' last 11 power play chances. Ooh, getting brutal. Getting brutal on the power play. Timo hit the post with about 45 seconds left, and another strong defensive start for your New Jersey Devils, only allowing 3 shots on goal in the first period. Like I said, guys, defense wins championships. This is starting to be very reminiscent. We're not quite there yet, but this type of defense is reminiscent of the Glory Day Devils, the dynasty New Jersey Devils that saw not 1, not 2, but 3 Stanley Cup championships brought home to the state of New Jersey with a strong emphasis on defense. And limiting opponent shots is one step closer towards the mold of those beautiful Lou Lamoriello teams. It really is. But scoreless first period. We go to the second. Devils get another power play early. Not much to talk about on that power play. They get 1 shot. And now the Devils are an astonishing 0 for 12. 0 for 12 on the last 12. Extremely painful. And then they get another power play after that. That one saw a lot more chances for the Devils. Unfortunately, again, failing to score. And they are now 0 for 13 on the last 13 power plays. They were previously 7 of 11 before that. 7 of 11 is insane. 64%. Obviously not sustainable for any sort of duration of time. I mean, that's an insane conversion. But to then go from 64% over 11 chances to then go 0 for 13, pretty painful. Something's got to give. Hopefully they get it together sooner than later. Maybe try mixing up the units. I don't know. There's lots of things I think they could do there. I'd be interested in seeing a power play unit that had both Stefan Noesen and Timo Meier on it. I like Noesen parked in front, but I also like Timo able to blast off those one-timers from the circle. Maybe trying a unit out with Noesen and Timo could be an interesting combo. We'll see if Keefe does anything heading into the next game in the way of, mixing and matching some power play units. But in true New Jersey Devils fashion, unfortunately, a trend kind of hanging over the team from last year, the Devils give up the first goal. Hawks enter the zone off a rush, hit a post. The puck comes off the post, deflects off Luke's face and into the back of the net. One of the flukiest goals I've ever seen. Completely unlucky. And Dickinson gives the Blackhawks a 1-0 lead at 13:31 off a complete bizarro of a goal. That is how the period ends, and the Devils now trail 1-0 heading into the third, needing a big third period to close out this homestand properly. We head to the third looking to mount a comeback, and what a comeback it was, baby. What a comeback it was. Early on in the period, Mercer passes to Timo. Mercer flies to the net. Timo tries to hit him back with the pass. Misses him. Luke Hughes picks it up and makes a beautiful little move with a nice little hesitation and backhands a pass through some defenders to Mercer in front. Mercer buries it. And what a heads-up play by Luke Hughes to pick it up where he did and just kind of hesitate just long enough to maybe confuse the defenders a little bit. And then he rifles on the backhand to pass through the middle. It gets right to Mercer in front. He buries it with that beautiful bird cage to protect his face after getting hit with a puck in the last game. Mercer's 7th of the season from Luke Hughes and Timo Meier at 2:45. Ties the game at 1, and now I am jacked up. I was like, thank God. I was worried we were going to make another, no offense, no-name goalie, Comesso. Did not want to make another no-name goalie look like prime Martin Brodeur out there, and we've seen it all too many times this season where, unfortunately, mediocre goalies were made to look spectacular by the New Jersey Devils and their offense, and tonight was looking like through 40 minutes, it could have been one of those nights, and I did have an uneasy feeling, but I was on my couch watching it, and I was like, if we just keep playing this game, hopefully some bounces go our way, and we don't have another game where this happens to us, where these goalies just look like the second coming of Marty, like I said, but it wasn't going to happen. Mercer ties it up at 1 at 2:45. Mid-period, the Nico, Noesen, Mercer line has the shift of the year. They have the Hawks completely pinned. They're cycling it down low, passing it around, working down low, getting some chances. The Hawks cannot get it clear. They look completely gassed, looking to get off the ice as soon as possible. The Devils keep their foot on the pedal. Do not let them out. Devils get a change, and the Jack line comes out with the Hawks still pinned in deep in their own end. The Hawks look like they're about to get it clear. Jesper Bratt runs a man right into the boards. Bratt just with one of the greatest single efforts on the season. Bratter charges the guy, slams him against the glass, takes the puck, gets it to Pesce, and Pesce gets the puck to Jack breaking to the net, and he just snipes a beautiful shot. At 10:28, giving the Devils a 2-1 lead. Jack, his 13th of the year from Brett Pesce and Jesper Bratt, and I cannot say enough about the effort of, the Nico line leading up to this, and also Jesper Bratt on this play leading to the goal. I mean, like I said, the Nico line had these guys pinned in there so deep and just working it around and would not let them get a clear. The Hawks were desperately just trying to survive. Nico, Mercer, and Noesen keeping them pinned in there, and then we get the Jack line out there, and when it looks like the possession's about to die and the Hawks are going to get a clear, Bratt just charges the guy, smashes him. Love to see it from Bratt. I mean, we've seen Bratt playing the body all season long, but this was the next level play. Heavier, edgier, more violent, slams him, takes the puck, throws it to Pesce. Pesce, the smart defender that he is, sees Jack break into the net, hits him with the pass, and Jack buries it. Jack's 13th at 10:28, giving the Devils the 2-1 lead, and now I was smelling blood. I was like, all right, let's just keep pouring it on. I don't want to sit here and have a heart attack when they pull the goalie and try to survive in the closing minutes. We've seen that all too often over the past couple of years where Devils with a 1-goal lead, the other team pulls the goalie, get the extra attacker, and then it's like an all-out assault for the final couple of minutes. I wanted more. And they didn't make us wait long. Not even 2 minutes later, Nico intercepts a pass in the D-zone, starts motoring up the ice, hits Jesper Bratt with a pass in the neutral zone, continues towards the net. Bratt gets it back to him. He has a guy draped all over his back, and Nico, so wisely using his body to shield the puck, takes the puck from his backhand to his forehand, gets a quick shot off right through the legs, beating Comesso 5-hole.
He's pretty and he lives in Jersey City, number 13, Nico Hischier.
He's pretty and he lives in Jersey City, number 13, Nico Hischier. Nico's 16th of the season at 12-16 gives the Devils the 3-1 lead, assisted by Jesper Bratt, and the Bratter was just flying everywhere. This is one of the most underrated, underappreciated players in the entire NHL. Love Jesper Bratt. He's been a stallion for us for the past several seasons. This season looking like he's going to have a breakout year. Absolutely love to see Bratt flying on all cylinders, and he makes a beautiful play here to get Nico his goal. After not scoring for a few games, a lot of people were, oh, what happened to Nico and blah, blah, blah. Nico started off the season red hot offensively. And the last few games of the past week or so, he's had some very tough defensive matchups. As you know, Nico Hischier, one of the best two-way players, 200-foot players in the game, prides himself on his defense, and over the past week, he's shut down Nathan MacKinnon of the Avalanche, Austin Matthews of the Maple Leafs. Yes, Austin Matthews had that heartbreaking goal in OT, but that was in overtime, and Nico was not out on the ice. Shuts down Matthews, and then shuts down Kopitar, a very wily veteran producing at over a point per game pace for the Kings. Nico shuts all these guys down, and everyone has to appreciate what this man does. When he's not lighting up the scoreboard, he is shutting down the best players on the other team. He will be nominated for a Selke Trophy this season as the NHL's top defensive forward, and I hope he wins it. If he continues to play like this, I think he will have as good of a chance as anyone at the award ceremony in June. But Nico Hischier, the captain, extending the Devils' lead to 3-1 at 12-16, his 16th from Bratter, and the Devils weren't done. Only 18 seconds later, Brett Pesce enters his zone, jams on the brakes, throws a nice backhand pass to Mercer in the slot. Mercer rips it on net immediately, rebound right out in front. And who else?
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Timo Meier. Timo time unleashed again at the Rock. Timo's 10th of the season, assisted by Mercer and Pesce at 12:34. Give your New Jersey Devils a 4-1 lead. That is how the game would end. A third period for the ages. The Devils just showing resilience, overcoming adversity. I'm sure it was in the back of their minds that, oh, God, here we go again. Another goalie going to look like a superstar against us in our own building. And they did not allow it to happen. They dug deep in that third period and gave us the third period of the season. 4 goals in the third. Beat the Hawks 4-1. Close out the homestand 3-1-1. 7 amazing points out of 10. And you'd love to see it. I absolutely love this club. I love everything about them. I've been saying for months since the summer I love them. And then we saw them go from a team on paper to now a team actually on the ice. And I love it. I love this group. I am so thrilled with the new additions. Fitzy really did magic this summer, and we're seeing it pay dividends this season. I mean, what a club. What a win. What a gutsy win. Another playoff-type game where there's not a lot of ice and they had to really pick and choose their spots. There was some defensive breakdowns over the course of the game where the Hawks got more odd man rushes than we'd like to see, but they weathered the storm. Markstrom played a solid game, only gave up that very fluke goal, stopping 16 of 17 in the win. Love to see Markey continue to just keep notching wins for the Devils. And we go to the game stats. Blackhawks 17 shots on goal, the Devils with 24. Devils owning the faceoff circle. Blackhawks with 34% to the Devils 66%. Blackhawks 0 for 3 on the power play. Devils also 0 for 3 on the power play. Again, white hot before the last week or so where it's all just come crumbling down. They got to get back on track. That power play is crucial to the success of the team going forward, and especially in the playoffs, you want your power play to produce. I think we're just going through a little bit of a cold spell right now. I think they eventually will snap out of it and start burying them like they were a couple weeks back. Blackhawks with 19 hits, Devils with 25 hits. Blackhawks with 20 block shots, Devils with 15 block shots. Hawks with 23 giveaways, Devils with 22 giveaways. A lot of giveaways by both teams. The Devils got to really get that down. Blackhawks with 5 takeaways and the Devils with 6 takeaways. And overall, a great performance. Great performance. Hopefully, going forward, we could play with the lead for once. The Devils now, I believe it's like 10 out of the last 12 games or 10 out of 13. Something crazy like that. that we've surrendered the first goal and have had to come from behind and play catch-up. I would love to see this team regularly score first and make the other teams chase. I believe this team will be even better if we could routinely score first, play with a lead, and make the other teams have to chase, and it'll open up more chances, and our team will be scoring even more goals. Got to get that first goal. Hopefully it's something Keefe is preaching to the team. I'm sure he is, that you got to score first. Playing with a lead is a very different animal than having to continuously come from behind. Hopefully in the next week or so, couple weeks, we see them score first more often than not, but that's another one of those things that's been lingering on from last year for whatever reason. Devils surrendering the first goal a lot, and I would like to see that cleaned up. On another side note, the Devils are now 10-3-1 with Curtis McDermott in the lineup. 10-3-1, guys. It could be a big coincidence. I don't think it is. But 10-3-1 with Curtis McDermott in the lineup. Devils closing out that homestand with 7 points, as I hoped for, as I predicted. And wow. Wow, oh wow, your New Jersey Devils, guys. Get excited because this is a damn good hockey club. I know a lot of people get nervous in particular games like tonight after 2, and for rightfully so. I mean, through 40, it looked like, oh, it could be another painful one. But your New Jersey Devils dug deep. They found a way to win. You got to win games all type of ways. They're not always going to be blowouts. They're not always going to be pretty. Another gutsy win for the team. And through 33 games, the Devils are now 20-10-3 with 43 points, which is a .652 points percentage, which is good for second in the division, only to the Capitals, who somehow, Capitals just playing mind-blowing hockey. I don't know how this is still going on. Capitals are playing at .750, which is completely insane, but your New Jersey Devils are at .652 in second place in the Metro. And when we look at as far as points percentage in the whole conference, the Devils are third in the Eastern Conference, trailing only the Capitals, obviously, and the Toronto Maple Leafs, who edge them by a hair. Maple Leafs currently playing .655 hockey. Devils are at .652. So Maple Leafs only a hair better than them. Who would not be thrilled for that if I told you on December 14th, midway through the month of December, the Devils, points percentage-wise, are third best in the entire conference. And if you want to go to the league, they are sixth in the entire league in terms of points percentage. Capitals 1 with .750, the Minnesota Wild 2 with .733, Winnipeg Jets 3rd at .694, Vegas Golden Knights 4th at .683, the Maple Leafs, as I previously mentioned, 5 at .655, and your New Jersey Devils right there in 6th at .652. And this is a new club, guys. This is not last year's Devils. This is a new team, a new era. General Keefe has these boys taking care of business defensively first and foremost, and they are only going to get better with time. Once this offense kind of breaks out of this mini slump, I would call it a little mini slump, the sky is the limit. I believe in this team. I am super ecstatic. I cannot wait for the playoffs. I cannot wait to see this group, this newly reformed New Jersey Devils, the revamped New Jersey Devils in the playoffs. Hopefully Markey really locks it down, dials in, and gets to the top of his game and gives us those consistent starts. And we're going to be dangerous. Nobody in the playoffs is going to want to face the New Jersey Devils. A common sentiment amongst every locker room in the league will be like, we don't want the Devils. We're hoping to draw someone else, because the Devils' speed kills, guys. Speed kills. The defense is playing lights out, and when Markey's on, it's a deadly combo. A well-balanced offensive attack, even though we haven't seen a lot of bottom six scoring lately. I hope that changes in the next coming weeks as well. A lot of people have been crying, oh, only the top six are producing. We're not getting anything from defensemen. Once that power play gets back on board and the Devils start scoring first, it's going to be a whole new world. Whole new world for this Devils club. I believe we start seeing scoring from the bottom six. We're going to see power play goals. We're going to see the occasional contribution from the defense, and it's all going to start meshing. It is all going to start meshing. The Devils have 7 games remaining in calendar year 2024. I will be doing a video preview prediction on that, probably coming out on Monday, so look for that. But let me know what you thought about this game in the comments. Anything, everything Devils hockey, guys. You already know the deal. Throw it out there in the comments. I enjoy talking to all of you. If you're looking to keep your head warm this winter or support the channel, I'll put the link in the description. Heavier, edgier, more violent winter hats now available. Beautifully embroidered with the Running with the Devils logo on the back, the heavier, edgier, more violent logo on the front. Link in description for that. But it's a fun time to be a Devils fan, guys. We are no longer a basement dweller. We are over the conundrum of last season. General Keefe has these boys flying and flying high. only 2 teams playing better in the Eastern Conference at the moment. And I fully expect us to just slowly keep climbing our way up. Slowly climbing our way up as this team just continues to gel together and just become a well-oiled machine heading into the playoffs. It is going to be a beautiful sight to see this New Jersey Devils club in the playoffs. I can't wait to see so many of these guys in the playoffs, let me tell you. Playoff Paulie and Noesen. I think Bratt and Timo are going to have big playoffs. I think across the board, a lot of these guys that got their first taste in that 22-23 season are going to show out in the 25 playoffs. I really think it's going to be a special, special playoff for a lot of these guys. But throw it all out there in the comments. I'll be back soon. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.